How y'all doing, Facebook? I want to address a couple things, man. I want to talk about the reason why it will be hard for black men to get out the game of drugs. For one, we got so many people in America selling drugs that, it's more like they can't stop what's going on. They can, but they don't want to stop what's going on. And the only way us brothers can stop the drugs and all that, if we all come as a whole and stop selling it, stop dealing with it as a whole, But at the same time, if we was to all stop selling drugs, if we was to all stop working a job, if we was to all stop doing a lot of stuff, wouldn't nothing change. That's just like if people stop selling drugs, like all men as a whole, everybody, the feds is coming to get you, the CIA coming to get you, the government officials, everybody coming to get you because they going to be out of a job and they not going to just let it go that they got Pookie and Ray Ray with 20 years on the shelf, and he just decides to get out the game. And then if you do it as a whole, before we even get to live our life like we supposed to, you're going to have to do some time behind it because they're not going to just let that ride. Okay, it's kilos of cocaine coming in, metric tons of cocaine coming in, kilos of heroin coming in, metric tons of heroin coming in, boatloads of weed coming in. When you got all that coming in at one time and you got these white motherfuckers that's really the ones dealing with the shit. But then when they get out here in the real world in the United States, and you got the lower level drug dealers that's getting semi-rich off the shit, they want to bash you. And people got various reasons behind this, you know what I'm saying? People got various reasons behind the reason why they gonna bash you because selling drugs ain't respected. Man, it's not even about the reason why it's respected. The whole point is why is it that they letting the drugs come into America and then they want to crash us down whenever it get into our hands? Black, white, Puerto Rican, it don't matter who you is. If you stand in America and you decide to sell drugs or whatever the case may be, you can have a job and sell drugs on the side. My whole thing is when it's in your hands, they give you more time than they give the people that controls it for real. You know what I'm saying? And it's not fair. So that's one that I'm going over. Now the solution to that, and I'm gonna say it again because you got some people always talking about here's the problem, but what's the solution? The solution is, only thing you can do is try to create businesses. And, if you could create a business in time to let one of your people control the business and then, get out the game and see how that works. Because you ain't, as a real nigga in this lifestyle, only people that quit selling drugs is low class drug dealers, that petty dealers that ain't being watched. But if you being watched, and there's a lot of big timers out here that's being watched that the police the feds ain't took down because they not putting crime into it. Like, they not out here killing people, you know what I'm saying, while they selling drugs. So they not going to crack down on them type of cats. Them cats that's out here being sly, selling drugs that they hear about. They may, you on the docket, but nigga, at the same time, you gonna go further than the motherfuckers who out here put a hit out on him because he ain't paid me. Put a hit out on him because he disrespected my sister. Put a hit, when you out here big like that, you can't be out here doing murders too. They're going to take you down. So the only way us as a whole the solution to that is you create a business, you get somebody in your family, like your woman or your kids or something, try to teach them the business, try to get them to run it. Because when you stop hustling or stop doing what you're doing, you don't know who gonna knock at your door. Nobody may not knock at your door. You may get away scot-free. But at the same time, you best believe, don't think that all black men as a whole can come together and say, I'm gonna stop selling drugs. Motherfucker, is Minister Farrakhan, Dr. Umar Johnson, Dr. Sebi, I mean, not Dr. Sebi, but Sebi, my nigga Sebi. You know what I'm saying? And Seti. My thing is y'all niggas gonna go holler at these people and say, hey, man, you know, as a whole, brothers don't want to sell drugs no more. We know what's gonna happen when they decide not to go pick that package up no more for the Russians or the Germans that y'all got working for y'all. Puerto Ricans or Mexicans, whoever y'all got working for y'all, that y'all try to make it seem like the black people is the one jumping on the plane, going to Rio de Janeiro, Japan, China, and all that motherfucking places to getting the shit, bringing it back over here, okay? So, you know, that what needs to be talked about. Is we gonna get punished behind selling drugs? You know what I'm saying? Because at the same time, why would a person want to stop doing something that's gonna cause them to, you know, not even it's gonna cause them to, you know, do time behind. I mean, it's gonna cause you to do time behind. You get caught, you gonna get killed. But at the same time, they never gonna give black people they 40 acres in the mule, and they put drugs out here because they thought that it was gonna mess us up, but it made us stronger, which mean that it might have messed our community up, but it made it where the younger generation is making money off of this. And then they glorifying it by putting it in the rap game, and the white people don't like that. I got a homeboy who don't like it, that you glorified, because at the end of the day, it was cool that these white motherfuckers glorified the slaves. They glorified how they made money off of us. They glorified all this craziness. And because they the strongest right now in the race, that we supposed to bow down and not glorify the way we came up. Hey, bro, no, I'm not saying glorify drugs and say, hey, man, you know, sell drugs. No, ain't nobody gonna tell their kids to go out there and sell drugs. But nigga, when it come down to a person that worked a job all their life and they sat up here talking about they lived a hard life, how you lived harder than a nigga who duck and dodge jackers, who duck and dodge the police? You ain't live harder than them people. You didn't live harder than them. You didn't live harder than the nigga who had to pluck roaches out their cereal box like Wu-Tang. Niggas that like them that didn't have to, you know, didn't have a job. They sold drugs, yeah, to get to where they need to be in life. So those of y'all that think that you're not going to have to sell drugs to get to where you be in life, you better check yourself. This your boy, The Fresh, and I'm out.